Bonjour, mes amis. Hi, friends. My name is Cece, and my pronouns are she and her. Welcome to another live stream. This is episode 14, and today it's really hot, so I got my hair up in a ponytail, but I'm doing a lunchtime stream, which is a little bit different. Normally I do it at night, and so this is a little bit new, and oh, the Instagram camera was doing something kind of weird there for a second. And so today I do have a topic that I want to talk about, and I'm going to be talking about Pride Month because it is June. Pride Month started yesterday, and as a trans queer entrepreneur, I have feelings about it. While being an entrepreneur. And so I'm going to talk about that. I have 2 plants to work on. Maybe we'll do another one, but we'll see. I'm going to be working on this Bougainvillea, which is like a flowering vine tree. And then I'm going to be working on this Pilea Peperomioides, which is something for a client, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. Very easy plant. And I'm just going to say hi to everybody on Instagram. Kokedama Party, Divinal Truth, Dawn. Apparently, I don't know. I'm trying to click wave, but I'm unable to click wave. Stephanie and Nahir, welcome to the live stream, and welcome the one person on YouTube at the moment. Yeah, and so like always, my live streams are Ask Me Anything You Want, as long as we are keeping it classy, and we kind of always keep it. You've obviously made it a priority to be cool, right? So I have a little bit of moss ready to go, but it's like not a lot, and I am going to need a little bit more for this Bougainvillea. And so almost as always, I'm going to need to process a little bit of moss to get going. So I'm just gonna move some things around, and El Ojo Dera, welcome to the live stream on Instagram, and we have somebody from Turkey on Instagram. I love that about Instagram, that it's so like international. Okay, so I'm just gonna put on a glove here. And I started a new bag of moss. I'm really liking this one. It's quite nice and clean and quite easy to work with. I think I'm going to adjust Instagram just a little bit so that you can see a little bit more. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so this month is Pride Month. And Miari, welcome to the live stream. Hi, how are you? Thanks for popping in. My chair feels really, really low. It's height adjustable. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's really low. There. Oh, that feels much better. I don't know why. Missy Fuss, welcome to the live stream. Is that a play on Sisyphus? And so, yeah, it's June and it's Pride Month. And if you've been sort of hanging out with me long enough, that you'll know that I am a queer entrepreneur in Calgary, Alberta. One of the more conservative, let's say, provinces in Canada. Like, we're not super terrible, but it's pretty conservative here. And so kind of Pride Month, we see a lot of rainbows popping up, like sidewalks and like painting on sidewalks, and Steve, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, we see a lot of rainbows, and a lot of companies start selling like rainbow themed stuff, like, I don't know, like candy, and I know some of the banks around, they kind of have rainbow themed graphics on their like on their buildings and things like that. And Dastardly Carpet, welcome to the live stream. Oh yeah, thanks. The bird sounds, I love the bird sounds. I have them playing at home too. And there's just a lot of, I don't know, it seems like there's a lot of, I was gonna call it commercialism around Pride, a riot, and it was a fight for human rights for LGBTQ I plus Two-Spirit, and so it feels sometimes a little bit commercialized. It feels very capitalist, the way Pride is, let's call it celebrated by corporations. And there is a lot of movement, sort of in the queer community to, send this message of like, yeah, don't necessarily like support the queer businesses in your city and in your communities, rather than necessarily the big companies like big department stores and things like that. Chaz Kaloto, welcome to the live stream. And as an entrepreneur, I have kind of struggled with this back and forth. This thing around, do I like participate in, in Pride Month, and then like, if I do, what does that actually look like? And I feel like, sort of as a queer entrepreneur, my business, my plant store, is a queer business. Like, it, my support for the 2S LGBTQIA plus community isn't, 1 month out of the year. And so I've been kind of asking myself, like, what does that mean for me and my business to participate in Pride Month? And honestly, I haven't come to any conclusions, but over the last couple years, I have made some changes to the way that I show up and the way that my business shows up, in terms of visibility, like as a queer person, and especially as a trans person, I'm just, like, to a degree, I'm very visible. Like I started my transition after starting my business, and so there are people who knew me and met me before I started transition, like in a business context, and then I started my transition, and so there's people who will show up, and after not having been in the store for 2 or 3 years, and suddenly there's me after transition, or after starting transition anyways. And so in some ways I'm really, really visible, and I don't really, it's not something I get to choose. Lara, welcome to the I over the last year, probably over the last year, no, the last couple of years, I've made some changes to, like, my branding and things like that, because I don't want to be one of those businesses that that kind of does the rainbow thing for a month and then is nowhere to be seen, in terms of representation, the rest of the year. And like, I know I'm pretty open about it, but at the same time, I really feel like if you I think as a business, if you want to support 2S LGBTQIA plus the community, that it needs to be an everyday thing. It can't just be, it can't just be like for a month, and it matters that you speak up and step up and create policies and like in your business to be explicitly affirming and explicitly supportive, because otherwise we don't know. Like, as a queer person, as a trans person, sometimes I go into environments and I'm like, I don't know if I'm welcome here. Like, if I get clocked as a trans person, like, am I going to encounter discrimination or transphobia? Sergio, welcome to the live stream on Instagram. And so to that point, I decided that for my for my business, I think it was last year, that I was going to be explicit about it. And so, like, one of the ways that I did that was to redo my logo. And you'll see back here, like, oh, you can't see it on YouTube, but the O in Kokedama is like an O with a little leaf. And actually, one of the first things that I did was, okay, so these are my business cards. And one of the first things that I did was like that. I was like, I can represent, and I can be like somewhat subtle about it. And so my business cards have edge treatment on it. So that's the coloring on the edges of the business card. And I don't know if you can make it out. I'm gonna show YouTube first. I don't think it's showing. Anyways, there's edge treatment here, and then edge treatment here. I don't know, it doesn't really show. Okay, on camera it doesn't show well, but so when you have a stack of my cards, like they would be, like in my business card holder, this is what it looks like. This is the edge treatment on my business cards. And these are my business cards always. It's not just a Pride Month thing or whatever. This is my business card all the time. And then the bottom side is this. And so if you're, but the rainbow is, of course, the Pride flag, the LGBTQI2S+. And then this is the trans flag. And I wanted my cards to be explicitly queer, supporting, queer friendly, because, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna grab these. Because when it's like when I give this to somebody, or when somebody picks one of these up, I want them to know what kind of company I run. And, I run a company where we do not stand for discrimination, whether it's sexual orientation, gender identity, or, like disability, mobility. We are welcoming to everyone. And like, I wanted a way to show that. And so I decided to get that edge treatment on the cards. And like, as a single card, it's pretty subtle. But together, it's quite powerful. And I think that, I feel like that's a good representation of the queer community, like separately we can be quite subtle, but together we can be very powerful, and we can change the world. And then one of the other things that I did branding wise is I changed the little O logo of my business cards. So I'm gonna show YouTube first. So I have the inclusive pride flag in there. And so it's the rainbow flag with the chevrons that are like black, brown, blue, pink, and white. And it's another way for me to signal that what kind of business I run, and it's a business that we don't shy away from being political, I guess, and from standing up for people. Yummy Tummy YYC, welcome to the live stream. Yari Bell and InkG.co, welcome G. And I think it's important, especially as a queer entrepreneur, to make sure that people in the queer community know that this is a place for you. You know, if you are gay or lesbian or bi or trans or non-binary, gender fluid, able-bodied or not able-bodied, you are welcome here. And you know, if you are encountering some kind of discrimination, you know, near the store, you can come in, and this is a safe spot for you, or safer, I should say. And I think that's really important, and that doesn't end with the end of Pride Month. That's all the time, because as progressive as we've started to become, and especially here in Calgary, like, is a lot. There's still a lot of hate out there, and so, you know, I want to signal that this is a place where we don't stand for that. And if somebody comes and they're exhibiting hateful behavior, they are going to be asked to leave. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at with like entrepreneurship and sort of Pride Month, or in some places like Pride Week. It can't be just a 1 month thing or a 1 week thing. You know, if you are going to support the queer community, it needs to be all the time. And so, like, if you are, you know, it's like it's Pride Month and you're like, oh, I want to get some stuff to show my support and things like that, really do your research and like support local and like queer owned entrepreneurs and businesses, rather than you know, sort of the big corporations. And although there are some that do a lot of good work throughout the year, but it feels like those are not super common. Yeah. Alfredo is, I can't read. Societe Coffee YYC. Isurus Yeti, welcome to the live stream. I haven't been to Societe in a long time. I'm just like not in the neighborhood anymore. Okay, so I got a new spray bottle, which means I don't have to like do that squeezy thing anymore, which is really nice. It's a lot less tiring on my hands. So that's my thing about Pride. I think it's I think that we need to be aware of how we're doing things, and being mindful of that, and like being educated as well, and you know, like, don't, there's such thing as Google. Don't make your queer friends necessarily be your resource. Do your homework first. Yeah. And then one of the other things that I really loved, like ways that I kind of represent, is I have my pronoun pin here that says please use she and her. This is my trans pin from Little Rainbow. They make really great pins. So pronoun ones, and then they have like rainbow hearts and a whole bunch of different heart ones, and there's one that's pray the gay away. No, not pray the gay away. That's the phobic. It's pray for the gay to stay, I think. I think that's how it goes. Which is pretty, yeah, there's just so many new ones, and she just released some brand new ones as well. So, like, if you're looking for pins and stuff, definitely check out Little Rainbow. The Models Official, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so what are we doing here? I'm going to work on this Bougainvillea first, and it's quite viney. I tried to find ones that had like a little bit more branching, and these ones are intended to, like, when they grew them, they're intended for, I don't know, to grow around in this ring, but I'm not going to do that for Kokedama. That's just not really my jam. So I'm gonna get it out of the pot here, and let's see what it looks like. I got a broken branch here, and I'm losing flowers. So I think that these are actually leaves, so they're colored leaves, and the flowers are inside. They got these twist ties on here. These funny, like, checker twist ties. I don't know if that was like a conscious choice for them or whatever. Dawn Angel Deco, yes, it says that they love nature. I also love nature. I went hiking on Sunday, which was really good, but I think it's the longest hike I've done in quite a long time now. But it was like 10 kilometers one way, and then another 10 to get back to where we started. Okay, this is the wire loop that I no longer need. And then I'm gonna take this out of the pot. So they've got this in a very loose, very airy soil mix. It's got lots of what's it called? Not vermiculite. The other one, the white stuff. My brain fails me right now. Oh, I can't remember. My brain is not working at all. Okay, so these roots are very delicate, and they are breaking very, very easily. So I have lost probably half the roots here. I am going to stop mucking with them so that I don't lose any more. I suspect that I'm going to have a lot of dieback here because we've lost so much root. So the roots are very, very fine, very delicate. This is the sort of first time that I'm working with Bougainvillea. So I am going to set this aside for now and prep my soil mix. So this is my normal soil mix. I just gotta, it's kind of dried out there. And I'm gonna add my vermiculite for some extra water retention. And if you've never been on the live stream before, I'm always open to questions, so you can ask me anything you want as long as we're keeping it classy. Okay, this is driving me nuts. There. My hair is so messy, and my bangs have died a terrible death because it's too hot today. Christina, welcome to the live stream. Okay, I need a little bit more water. There, that feels pretty good. Malek, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so this is my Bougainvillea, and that I suspect we're gonna have some problems with because we lost a lot of roots. And I'm probably going to prune this back quite a lot, so it's quite tall. I think I might take it to maybe half the height. And so that will be less plant for the roots to support because it's really not going to be able to support this whole plant anymore with the amount of roots that that broke off when I took the soil out. And Corto, welcome to the live stream. And then I am going to need to kind of, I think I'm going to prune away some of the old branches and leaves as well. And that particular little stub keeps poking my head, so I'm going to get rid of that. I could probably stop here for the ball, but I think I want to go a little bit larger and give it a little bit more stability, and then to also sort of match the volume of leaves. So I'm looking at this, I'm thinking about where I want to prune this, and I don't want to lose the flowers that I have already. So I am thinking here. That was not the cleanest cut I've ever done. There. And then later I'm going to open this up a little bit so we can see the branching in there. So what I will do is stick this in water later to see if we can get it to root. And just stick it in with another plant for now. I just needed to get a towel for my hands. I don't know if you can hear the baby in the background. That's the cafe owner's baby. And he is very vocal. That's something I didn't consider at all for this lunchtime stream, is that we would have cafe noises while streaming. So as always, for me, I need to keep my space nice and tidy so that to make sure that I keep a sort of nice and tidy heart space as well. Divinal Truth says, amazing, thank you. Okay, so I'm just gonna move some things around here so that you can see. So this is my dark olive green thread. What kind of thread? Polyester thread. Wow. My brain is really not firing on all cylinders today. Yesterday was quite a demanding day. I had therapy first thing in the morning, and then I recently got my name legally changed to Cece, and so I got all the documentation from that, like the official documentation that says, okay, your name is now changed, and so yesterday I took my new sort of that name change certificate and my new birth certificate down to the registry so that I could get a new driver's license that has my new name, and new car registration, new healthcare card, and then I went to the bank to do the same. It was really great, but it's a lot. And then I was for a couple hours with insurance trying to get them to change my name there and to update my policies, and so that really, because it's very much outside of my normal routines and rituals, it takes a lot out of me, and so my brain is not quite at full capacity at the moment. Luckily, my body knows how to make kokedama. Muscle memory. Kokedama, welcome, and KCHXW. I'm sure there's a way I'm supposed to say that, but once again, my brain is not firing on all cylinders. And it's idling a little bit rough here. We lost another flower. I keep bumping them. Okay, so after I finish this off, we'll do a little bit of pruning to open things up and reduce the amount of green that needs to be supported. I'm gonna pour out this extra water. Grace, welcome to the live stream. And on YouTube, we have 3 people today, right now. Welcome. Okay, I need to take these off because they're hot. It's like a 30-degree-Celsius day today, and it's like still, I don't know, I feel like it should still be spring. Okay, so we have a lot of branches that are like these broken branches that have nothing. So I'm just gonna start pruning off the extra stuff, especially any dead stuff. And so while this is in bloom, I think that it's going to be like if bugs decide to go for like after this plant, it's going to be a little bit hard to get rid of them without losing the flowers. And that's just kind of unfortunate, but I think it's just a reality of this plant. I did lose a whole bunch of cotoneasters because of spider mites. And I think that the spider mites came with the cotoneaster, which is frustrating, but it happens. And but I've been keeping the cotoneaster separate from my other plants here, so it hasn't spread, thankfully. And so I gotta dispose of those afterwards, after the live stream. And this leaf is a broken one. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prune off this this growing tip here, because sorry, I'm just making sure. That I don't have bugs on here, and it's not good. Oh, or do I? I do. Got him. Okay, so it looks like I'm gonna have to give this guy a wash anyways. where I might lose a whole bunch of the flowers. So I'm probably gonna take a photo first and then wash it. But I'm gonna cut off the growing tip here. Hopefully encourage some back budding to get it to like fill out here. This looks like it's become the new main branch. But I don't know if I'm gonna keep it that way. We'll see. But this is gonna need to grow out a little bit more. And like branching wise, it's nice-ish. It's pretty okay. Yeah. So this is the Bougainvillea, and oh, I don't like this. And I'm not sure that I like this there. With its beautiful fuchsia. So it's also known as Pilea pancake, and it's also known as Chinese money plant, not tree, but plant. And so I'm gonna work on that next. And we are going to need a little bit more moss, not soil, moss. I have enough soil. Okay. So let's just get ready to work on some more moss. Sorry. And a lot of people joined the live stream. El Guiaro, welcome. SF Domingos, bed and climbing, and La Petite Floriste, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to my midday live stream. If you just joined, I just finished Miss Bougainvillea, which I suspect is gonna struggle a little bit at the beginning. I have another Bougainvillea that has only one flower also. But I'll do that one later. So we'll just get set up with a little bit of moss. Leave the Pilea there. But yeah, I was saying earlier that I was dealing with a lot of name change stuff yesterday. And yeah, so it's left me a little bit of out of sorts today. But Kokedama always kind of brings me back to me, which is kind of why I quit software development and decided that this was going to be my thing. Ali, welcome to the live stream. Trixus22 says, hey, looking cute today. Thanks, Ali. And then Elmar Rodriguez. Welcome to the live stream. So I just gotta process through some more moss. I almost come on my second kokedama of the stream, Pilea Peperomioides, which is over here. And this is something that a customer asked for, and they are moving, and they really wanted one to take with them. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be making a really sort of oversized ball for it, so that the ball will last quite some time, rather than, the worry is that they're going to move and then it's going to outgrow the ball eventually, and then I won't be there to be able to make a new soil and moss ball home for it. And so the idea is that we're going to go with an extra large soil ball, which is not always ideal, but in this case, we're hoping to sort of push that needing to refresh the ball further down the road. Sort of aesthetically, it's not ideal, but it's gonna kind of grow into the ball, I guess. And Gemma, welcome to the live stream. But yeah, this week is full of non-routine type things. It's been quite exceptional. Tonight I have a little bit of an interview, an online thing that for a magazine, and it's just like the preliminary, but I have that, and then a different interview tomorrow. I have to go to the bank again tomorrow for name change stuff for my business accounts. I haven't even called the credit card companies yet. It's a lot. It's a lot to manage. And there's something else. Something that I did for Pride Week that was just for me. And if you stick to the end of the stream, I will show you. I mean, I could show you now, but I kind of want you to stick around for the end of the stream. But I did something personal for me for Pride, which I've never done before. And I don't really know why. I've never felt sort of okay or comfortable to do it before, but like this year, I don't know, this year was the year for it. And so it's probably going to be another 20 minutes for me to finish this. Maybe not, maybe 15 minutes. But the thing that I did has to do with my nails, which I have now covered up. So if you want to know, you're just going to have to wait. Top is quite crusty. We have some leaves that were broken off or damaged. Get rid of those. Spira, Cynthia, Unspelled Duty, and Ivano Bartega. Welcome to the live stream. The Pilea Peperomioides also has pretty delicate, fine roots, but as a plant, it is very hardy. I'm going to get a little skewer to help me here. So I'm not going to muck with the roots too much, but I do want to get the soil down to the level of where the leaves are growing out of. Because I find that if I don't, those leaves will end up getting lost. They'll just kind of die off after a week or two. And so since this particular Pilea Peperomioides is not super full, I kind of want to keep as much foliage as possible. It looks like there's a baby, a little pup that's starting to grow on this one. A couple of them actually. Okay. Hema, welcome to the live stream, and Anna20 Araya, welcome to the live stream. And then I find these Pilea pretty easy to work with. They can grow to be quite spectacular. I have a photo of one on my Instagram feed that's really spectacular, and that's actually belongs to a friend of mine who's had hers for probably 2.5 years, maybe almost 3 years by now. And it's amazing. Trixis asks, how are you liking this heat wave? I don't know, it's hot. Suyanama, what? Oh, my eyes. I'm sorry, I cannot read it. My eyes are not working. But welcome to the live stream. Yeah, this heat wave's pretty hot. I don't know, it's not super terrible. It's pretty warm in here, but it's not terrible. And it's gonna be short, so. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go even a bit bigger than this. I'll get some more soil here. There we go. Okay, so normally I would stop here at this size. Maybe I would have stopped a little sooner, but since this is for a customer who's moving away and where I won't be able to help them the ball anytime soon, we're gonna go bigger. And I'm being fairly messy today. Dawn Angel Deco says, "What a beautiful creation. Thank you." And Neurasic, welcome to the live stream. Okay, now that is significant. Quite big now. Let's get some moss on here. Sorry. So this is the moss that I had prepared earlier. I'm just gonna... And once again, this is my dark olive green polyester thread. And there we go. Tectoma, welcome to the live stream. YouTube, welcome, new person. Just working on this Pilea Peperomioides Kokedama. Des Perez, welcome to the live stream. Ruhoho, welcome to the live stream. Okay, there we go. That's our second kokedama. I'm just gonna move some things out of the way and I'll show you the two kokedama that I made on today's live stream. Okay, so just now I finished that. Here, I'm gonna get in frame for YouTube. This is a Pilea Peperomioides kokedama. So it's got these fantastic disc-shaped or corn-shaped leaves. And this guy's still very full of water and still leaking. And then at the beginning, I made this. So it's a Bougainvillea. I did find a couple bugs on here, so I'm gonna give it a wash to get rid of them. I might still prune this a little bit like this. I'm feeling it's a little bit tall actually. So but those are the I made today, and for anybody who joined the live stream right at the beginning, like Dawn, Angel, Deco, thanks for sticking it out. And so I promised to share the one thing that I did for Pride Month that's not for the store and it's not for whatever, it's just for me, is my nails. And so I told my roommate, I was like, hey, I did like Pride nails. And she was like, what do you mean? They're just pink. And I was like, yeah, they are just pink, but that's not the thing about the nails. And so I'm gonna just bring them close so that you can see. So I'll do Instagram first. Okay, these are my nails. And then for YouTube, and I'm not gonna explain it. So if you know, then you know. And if you don't know, you can show this end part of the video to your queer friends, and they'll tell you why. But if you want to guess, you can always leave a comment on YouTube or on Instagram. You can always send me a message. I might do a poll on there too, just for fun. Okay, thanks very much for joining me for another Kokedama live stream. And until next time, happy Pride. Au revoir. Bye, YouTube.